All right, fam. So I'm going to bring you into my world today. We're going to talk a little bit about the spirit realm. Very interested to hear what you think. Let me know if you've experienced some of these things. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I am Coach Latasha. I empower survivors of domestic violence by teaching how to navigate and eliminate the many physical, mental, and spiritual challenges that follow abuse. We're going to talk a little bit about the spirit realm and how trauma, how it manifests in the spiritual and in the physical. And I'm going to help you to understand. Before we get into it, I want you to take what resonates. Okay. If this doesn't fit with you, if this is against your belief, if it just doesn't fit, let it fly. But if you're interested, I encourage you to stick around. This is coming from my perspective as a person who has always been in touch with the spiritual realm for as long as I can remember. As a intuitive, psychic channeler, I am able to communicate with the other side. These are just things that I see on a day-to-day basis from people that are unhealed and things that I've gone through that I've experienced from being unhealed and things that I've noticed as I've evolved and healed my spirit. So let's get into it. So, first, I want you to understand two concepts, okay? I want you to understand that there is a physical body and that there is a spiritual body. Some might call it the astral body, but this is basically our true self. Okay, this is the part of us that never dies, the soul, our essence. And in the spiritual realm, this appears as light, as a frequency. When we think of energy, and if we think that energy can neither be created or destroyed, this is the part of ourselves that is never destroyed. This is the part of ourselves that radiate an electric frequency that we might not be able to see in the physical realm, but a lot of us are able to feel it on some level. Seeing it in the spiritual realm is different. And I'm going to help you connect the dots and help you to understand why some entities seem to attach to you in your life. Another thing that I want you to realize spiritually is that there are many dimensions, many layers to this world that we live in. I don't claim to have all the answers, but I know I have been to many planes in the dream state while awake, while channeling. And sometimes the spirit world can be very difficult to decipher. Spirit world has an order of its own, and it's all about frequency. It's all about what level that you choose to vibrate on. So, with that said, a person who has experienced trauma, has not healed from the trauma, is very susceptible to various types of spirits, not only in the physical, but also in the spiritual world, based off the light, based off the vibration that you cast off. Okay. A lot of us are marked since birth. Some of us who have a special assignment, those of us who are chosen. And when I say chosen, it's not necessarily the people that God chooses, it's the people that choose God. It's the people that make the choice to answer the call of their destiny. Those souls are often marked since birth and can endure the most in the physical life, and therefore have a lot of physical battles and dark entities that want to leech and drain your energy attached to you. They attach to you hoping that you never wake up, hoping that you never heal from the trauma. Because the amazing thing about the body is that God gave us the ability to heal our physical body, our mental body, and our spiritual body. So healing one element of ourselves, heal another. If we can heal an emotional wound, if we can have faith and depend on a source higher than ourselves, if we start to feed our bodies better, drink more water, whatever positive choice that we make towards healing one element of our body, it helps to nourish the other. Everything in our body is interactive. One thing feeds off another. This is a complete system that works together. So when one thing is out of balance, it's going to affect everything else. And once you begin to attune all the things that are out of balance in your body, the spiritual and the physical start to meet and work with one another. So for instance, I'm going to give you an example of some of the auric fields. I call it auric fields, aura, that I see, that I've seen in waking state, just following behind people. I can tell when people are angry. I can tell when people are sad and burdened because there's a murky light that follows. And sometimes it's more than seeing that light. A lot of people can notice it through people's posture when they talk, their tone of voice. Are they speaking confidently? All these are tools to let you, all these are ways that we are able to read people and read people spiritually. And not everyone who is reading us has our best intentions. So, for instance, if I'm in the spiritual realm and there's an entity that has a heavy or a user or a vampiric um, energy about it, I'm going to feel very heavy. I'm going to feel like the atmosphere is thick. It's going to look foggy, almost like it's hard for me to breathe. I'm going to start having physical symptoms as well, like a tightening in my chest. I'm going to feel a presence watching me. All these are things that I've had to navigate and sort of understand what it means for me spiritually and how I connect with my higher source, my higher being, the Most High. So if we're keeping it in our minds that based off our healing, based off what we go through, based off our experiences, we exude a certain energy that attracts certain energies to us and repel certain energies from us. It's important to know that the darkness of trauma will manifest many ways in your life. Some of the ways that trauma, unhealed trauma, trauma that has you stifled, fresh trauma, unprocessed trauma, these show up spiritually through dreams. A lot of us will have nightmares. This is also a form of post-traumatic stress. Having dark thoughts. This is when we are in our darkest stages, when some of us may have contemplated taking our lives, having thoughts about hurting ourselves or others, feeling a need and a desire just to want to give up, having a heaviness. You seem to be attracting more of the same in your physical life. You're attracting leeches, vampires, people who want to use you, unhealthy relationships. You may also suffer from a limited mindset. That mindset is very important. That mindset is really a large part of what keeps you bonded in the spiritual. Energy harvesters. We need to know that energy harvesters appear in the physical, our physical everyday to day lives, and in the spiritual, y'all. There are always entities watching, looking for an opportunity, knowing the greatness that resides in us, hoping that we don't heal. A poor mindset and trauma are traps that energy harvesting entities use to keep you stuck and hope that you never awaken. This is why some of us might go to sleep, get a full night rest, and wake up feeling drained. Can't get a constant night of sleep, having nightmares, irritable bowels, stomach ache, nausea before going to bed, having a fear of going to sleep, having a fear of the dark because of the things that you may be experiencing and seeing, especially when you are in the midst of this trauma. I want y'all to take note. Let me know. Take note and let me know if you've noticed some of these things. Now, as you start to heal, the more that you work on yourself, the more that you set boundaries for yourself, you preserve yourself and your energy, the greater your gifts get. Your auric field, your auric light, your energy field shines completely different, and different beings might want to come to you. Especially if you are a person that's empathic, if you are a healer. Some of you may see beings and don't understand why you're seeing what you're seeing. Some may see ghosts of celebrities and might not understand why are you seeing the random ghosts of just celebrities. And it's because there's something about you. There's something about your auric field and your light that relates to them. It's something healing about your energy. Entities are always seeking the energy of a healer because it's less work that they have to do. That's what harvesters do. Harvesters, energy harvesters, like our government, gets us to do the hard work while they sit back and reap the benefits. That's what harvesting is. That goes on in the spiritual. How does it go on in the spiritual? Just to give you another example of how that goes on. Say, for instance, there's a goal that you want to do, or maybe you want to quit smoking cigarettes. Maybe that's a big thing for you, or you want to stop drinking, or you want to move by a certain time of the year. There are going to be people, situations, tests, roadblocks, entities sent to distract you into your life, to take you off your path. That's what it's all about. Taking you off your path, giving your energy to something, to serve something else, to serve something higher than yourself. If you're not serving yourself, with your own energy, with your own love. Think about who you're giving that to. Who's receiving that energy if you're not giving it to yourself? Somebody's taking it, siphoning it, and harvesting it. Especially if you are in a balanced state of mind. Am I making sense? I feel like I might be all over the place, but I'm hoping that it's really making sense to you all. That the importance of healing ourselves, healing our trauma, doing the self work affects us spiritually. It affects our connection with the Most High. It affects our discernment. It affects our intuition. It affects our ability to read the room and know when we're in danger. It affects us when God needs to communicate with us steps that we need to be taken. It affects us when we're trying to when the Most High is trying to give us a warning. And our auric field is clouded with all types of things and energies that don't matter, and unresolved trauma. I'm going to reiterate that: unresolved trauma. This doesn't mean that you have to be perfect not to be spiritually tortured. This isn't about perfection. This is about awareness, awareness of what needs to change in you, awareness of what you feed, your mind, your body, what type of things you're watching. All of this has an effect on our spiritual body. Say that you just ate a heavy, greasy meal. You're sitting down, you're watching TV, you're watching something crazy, you're watching something violent, and then you go to bed. How do you think that heavy, greasy meal on top of that violent program that you just watched is going to affect you spiritually? Because subconsciously, those things are playing in your mind as your stomach is still trying to digest the greasy things that you ate. If you don't receive anything else from this message, I want you to realize that everything with the body, with the mind, and the spirit works together so that we can be a cohesive, fully functioning human being. Everything in the physical everything in our minds that we think affects our body, affects how we act, affects how we view ourselves, affect how we treat ourselves. It may even start to manifest in the way that we look. Stress, losing hair, gaining weight, making worse choices. Don't allow yourself to sink, and understand that there are always forces around you looking for the opportunity, to take your energy, to take you off your path, to take you off focus, to take you off the mission that the Most High has you set on, to take your heart off the purpose that you were meant to fulfill, to keep you in a state of poverty and not wanting anything else. This creates beings in the spiritual that attach to you. If you want to be free of those things, the best thing that you can do is work on freeing your mindset, working through the trauma, family. I hope that you have learned from this discussion. And once again, don't forget to share your experience. Before we close out, I feel the need to pull a card, pull from my oracle of what is this? I'm going to be pulling from my African Goddess Rising Oracle deck to pull a message from the collective who might be struggling, might be in that place of feeling like you're tortured mentally, spiritually, and physically, because all these things affect our body as well. These things manifest through pain in our body, autoimmune disease, arthritis, heart disease, high blood pressure. So let's see what message that I have for the collective that can sort of assist us in getting out of this heavy energy and moving towards something lighter. This is a beautiful card and nothing more appropriate. 28, which equals 10 here. Number 1, a new cycle. I'm about to butcher this name. Mbokumu. I think I butchered that. Mbokumu. I don't know how to pronounce that. Soul forgiveness. Okay. This talks about, like I said, feeling that trauma, working through that trauma, not being ashamed of the trauma, knowing that the trauma was not your fault, knowing that, especially some of us who have been SA'd, knowing that it's not our fault, knowing that we didn't call these things unto ourselves. This is healing from the inside out. This is allowing ourselves to feel all the emotions associated with healing. That's the anger, the sadness, the depression, the bitterness, the rage, and moving to a point of understanding so that you can move forward. All right, family. I really hope that this was helpful. If this message resonates for you and this is what you need in your life, I encourage you to book coaching on my website. You can book your free 45-minute clarity session today. During that session, that's when we get clear. We get clear on the main or major challenges that are stifling you and blocking you from moving forward in your life. Go to www.clarasrevival.com. If you would like to reach out by email or if you have any questions, you can do so at mycoach@clarasrevival.com. I will see you soon, guys. Have a good day.